What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So right now in front of you, you have the best everyday carry knife that I've ever come across. It's heavy, it's beefy, and it'll do just about anything you want. So this is the Benchmade Adamas. Right here in front of you, I have the automatic version. It does come in manual for everybody who is not allowed to have a automatic opening knife in your state or country. This is the sand version. It does come in black. So we're gonna set this back down here for y'all. We're gonna go over the specs that I got off of the Benchmade website, and then we'll go into my experience with the knife, and then we'll just wrap it all up. And basically, hopefully this video will prove to you why I believe this is the best knife on the market currently. Alrighty, let's hop up into the about section of this knife. The Benchmade Adamas. Adamas is Greek for diamond or invincible, and we'll get into that later, and I'll explain that why basically that's the best name for this knife. Anyways, it comes in automatic and manual. Automatic is $285 on Benchmade's website. You can probably find it cheaper elsewhere. The manual open is $235. It comes in a plain drop point, which is what we have here, or it comes in a serrated drop point. The blade finish is obviously black, and it's D2 steel. On the back side of the blade here, you can see where it says D2 steel, and we'll get more into that later. The handle material is G10, and it comes in black or sand. The Adamas folding knives come in both manual and automatic, like I stated before, and have proven to be the strongest axis knives ever made. A thick blade, liners, and G10 handles afford the knife much of its strength. In addition, a portion of this proceeds from these knives are donated to the Rangers and to the Navy SEAL Foundation, both organizations benefiting the members and families of special operations. It does come with a MOLLE compatible sheath, and it is made in the US. I pulled that straight off of Benchmade's website. I'll put that in the description so that y'all have a readable version. The designer is Sibert, I believe is how he pronounces his name. I could be wrong. And we're having a focusing issue. But basically right there it says Sibert Designs. The action is manual and automatic. The blade steel is D2, just like we went over. The blade length is 3.82 inches or 9.70 centimeters for our metric guys. The blade thickness is 1/16 of an inch. It's 4.06 millimeters. The open length, so from point to the back of the handle, is 8.70 inches or 22.10 centimeters. The closed length is 4.88 inches or 12.40 centimeters. The handle thickness is 0.73 inches or 18.54 millimeters. And the sheath weight is 1.5 ounces or 42.52 grams. I do not have the sheath here. I do not know where it is. It might be in my bag at my apartment. I'm currently at my parents' house, so there's that. If I can find that, I'll take a picture of it and annotate it here. And so we'll get into the weight of both knives The manual knife is 7.68 ounces or 217.72 grams, and it uses the axis mechanism, which is right here, which we'll get into later. The automatic opening one is 7.54 ounces or 213.76 grams with the auto axis opening. So basically the auto just pops right open. This is a nice knife. I love this thing. The axis lock is this little lever here. I've grown on it. At first I didn't like it because when I was looking for an automatic knife, I wanted the button opening, but I've gotten used to this thing over the 3 or 4 years that I've had this knife, and I love this thing. Basically, you can see the years that I've put in on the knife here. The pocket clip's all messed up. Well, it's not messed up, it's just worn. The blade is obviously worn. The bolts and nuts are worn. We're gonna end this portion here, and then I'll throw in a part 2 because on my phone I can only record for 10 minutes and I'm sitting here at 6.5 minutes. So we'll stop it here and I'll go into my experience with the knife. Alright guys, welcome back. So my experience with the knife, like I said before, I've had this knife for 3 to 4 years. The first night I had this knife, I used it to pry open a car door. That is not exaggerating. I used it as the wedge so that this person could get a coat hanger in to unlock his door because he had locked his keys in his car. I was working security at an apartment complex, and this guy was like, hey, I literally just got here and locked my keys in the car, and I was like, you know what, I'll help you out. So he didn't seem too sketchy, so I took my judgment and helped him out. Nothing bad ever came of it that I'm aware of. So there's that. I've also used it for camping, for bushcraft. I do not baton it. I know somebody said they broke theirs by batoning it, and you're not supposed to baton it. I'm gonna try and get this thing to focus again. Yikes. Let's try a piece of paper to this thing to focus. I don't know why it's not focusing, bro. Time out. There we go. Got it to focus back. Cool. Alright, cool. So we're back focused. Basically, I've used this thing for bushcraft, for camping, fishing, just about anything you can think of that an outdoors guys would do. So what I've done. I was in the Texas State Guard, and I used it there. I could not get into the federal military. I did try to get in the Marine Corps, which is why I have this Marine Corps top, because back when I was playing airsoft 8 years ago, I was aspiring to be a Marine and had some medical issues that kept me out, and so I went into the Texas State Guard, which is all state run, state funded and everything, and I had no issues doing that. I did that for about 2 years. But anyways, this is a gear review, not a life story. It does have a deep carry pocket clip here. You can barely tell you've got a knife when you're carrying it. The only thing you see is this clip, and it's a really nice clip when it's new. It's got the Benchmade butterfly right there on the clip. It's kind of hard to see. On this side of the knife, you've got the D2 steel marking, the Sibert designs, or Sibert designs, and then you've got the patent number right there. That's out of focus again. On this side of the knife, you've got the Benchmade logo, which is, I don't know what that is. It's not rust. I've tried tried to clean it off like there was rust on there, and it's not coming off. I don't know what it is. It's like some corrosion on the knife. It's my understanding that I can send it in to Benchmade for $5 and get it sharpened and cleaned back up, which might be something that I look into. Basically, below the butterfly, it has the item number, which is 2750 for the automatic one. For the standard manual one, it's just 275. So they add the 0 on there for the automatic. This is a very thick knife, very heavy knife, but I've been EDCing it for the last 3 years. I will tell you this: when you spend $300 on a knife, it feels like you lose it a lot more than when you have a smaller, like cheaper knife that you spend maybe 20 bucks on. My first EDC knife was the SOG Tanto Trident, which I may end up going to buy another one and doing a review on it. I do not recommend it for somebody who uses it for heavy duty use, like what I've been using this knife for. But as like an everyday carry, just to open boxes and such, that's a good knife. I actually broke that one. The tip broke off on it. I don't remember what I was doing, but the tip broke off on it, and that's why I actually went and got this one. And I've had this one for 3 years now. This is by far my favorite knife, and I recommend it to anybody looking to get a new knife, looking for a lifelong knife. It does come in a fixed blade version that's $170 or $180 as opposed to $280. So it's $100 cheaper for the fixed blade version. Kind of just leave it here for y'all to kind of look at, kind of go over. I know when I'm watching reviews, I like to kind of look at the knife, get the details and everything. This is a very used knife, so it's not as clean and as pretty as they are when they first come in off the rack, I guess you would say. But this one's obviously seen the lengths of use, and that basically right there would prove to me that this is a long-lasting knife. I do wish I could go and get it refinished just to make it look pretty again, because right now doing security, I really don't need a dirty looking knife, and I don't need to worry about it getting too dirty, because it's just an everyday carry knife just for things here and there. Cut some yarn, cut whatever you need to cut with it. Okay, so before I forget, the D2 steel is dang near impossible to sharpen. Like it's dang near impossible to make it go dull. But I could use a good sharpening right now, and I guess that goes back toward being able to send it back to Benchmade for $5. I may end up doing that again just so I can get the blade resharpened, because it's still got a good edge on it. It's just dull. It's like I can press my finger up on it and not freaking not cut myself. So it's like it could use some sharpening. But anyways, guys, hopefully this review helps you guys decide whether or not you want to purchase this knife. I kind of went on and on about the knife, how good it is, because in my experience, I've loved this knife. I've seen people on YouTube break their knife, and some kid said he was batoning his knife. You don't baton a freaking folding knife. It's not designed for that. This blade thickness and how thick this knife is, you probably could baton it if it was a fixed blade knife. So keep that in mind if you want one for bushcraft or whatever. I'd recommend getting the fixed version. But anyways, guys, if you guys have any questions, if this review helped you in deciding whether or not you wanted to buy the knife or not, hold your money, do whatever, please click the thumbs up and subscribe. We'll get more reviews out as they come in. I think my next review will probably be hopefully a bag review, or maybe I'll do another knife review for one of my Kershaws that I really like. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.